Hello. This time you are tuned in to watch a video demonstrating how to solve for the solution of two linear equations algebraically. In one of my other videos, I showed you how to solve for the solution of these two equations by graphing them and looking for the point of intersection. This time what we're going to do is we're going to do it without graphs. No graph paper, only using algebra. And sometimes this is referred to as solving a system of linear equations, or just solving two equations. And like I said, really what that means is we want to know, where do these two lines meet? Each of these equations represents a straight line on a graph. Where are they going to cross? What are the coordinates of the point where they're going to meet? So if we want to know where these 2 points are going to meet, these two equations I should say, where the equations will meet, if we want to know where they're going to be the same, if we want to know that, let's just rewrite it, making them equal to one another. So let me write 3x minus 5 equals negative 2x plus 5. So I just took these equations. We want to know where they're the same. We want to know where they meet. So let's just make them equal to one another. So 3x minus 5 equals negative 2x plus 5. And from here, this is now simply solving just a regular equation with a variable on both sides. So from here, the way I'll attack this one is I'll want to get all of the letters on the left, or any term with a letter in it. We'll try to move that one to the left, and we'll get the plain old numbers to the right. So let's start with this one right here. Let's get rid of this negative 2x. We want to remove it from this side of the equation. To remove it, to get rid of it, let's do the opposite. The opposite of negative 2x is plus 2x. Negative 2x plus 2x. Those cancel each other out. But since this is an equation, anything I do to one side of the equation, I had better do to the other side as well. So if I added 2x here, let's add 2x over there. Let's rewrite what's left. 3x plus 2x is 5x. Minus 5 is equal to, these have canceled, but the positive 5 remains. So 5x minus 5 equals 5. Now we want to get this x all by itself now. So we want to get rid of the minus 5. We want to get rid of the times 5. Let's start with the minus 5. The opposite of minus 5 is plus 5. If I'm going to add 5 to one side of the equation, I need to make sure I add 5 to the other side of the equation. Negative 5 plus 5 cancels out. What's left? Well, 5x is left over here, is equal to 5 plus 5 is 10. Now finally, let's get rid of this times 5. 5 times x equals 10, so the opposite of times 5 is divided by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. They cancel out. If I divide this side by 5, I should divide this side by 5 as well. So what remains? X is equal to 10 divided by 5 is 2. So now we know when these two equations meet, when these two lines cross, the x-coordinate is going to be 2. So these two will meet at a pair of coordinates. There's an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. The x-coordinate we now know must be 2. But we're only halfway there. Now we need to solve for the y-coordinate. To do that, let's take this value of x, 2, and let's put it into x into either of these equations. It doesn't matter which. And usually I'll just pick whichever equation looks shorter and smaller and easier. They both look about the same to me, so I'm just going to take this first one. So let's take that equation, y is equal to 3x minus 5, and let's substitute 2 in for x. So y is equal to 3 times 2 minus 5, or y is equal to 3 times 2 is 6 minus 5, and of course 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. So we know when x equals 2, y has to equal 1. So let's just take that, put it right up here, and now we have our answer. when these two lines meet, these are equations for lines, when they meet, they're going to meet at the point 2, 1. X equals 2, y equals 1. And incidentally, in my other video, when I actually graphed those same two equations, here is the equation, the line of 3x minus 5, and this one is, this one is y is equal to negative 2x plus 5. This one is y is equal to 3x minus 5. Where did they meet? Right where our equations predicted, at x equals 2, y equals 1. So you can really solve this using the graph, like I showed in another video, or without graph paper, just using algebra, you can arrive at the same solution.